be open-minded, be open for innovation, and remorse for sin. See, remorse for sin means acknowledge your mistakes instead of hiding it.
I did this wrong.
I did this wrong, and then is the chance to improve.
Welcome to Game of Life. My name is Rosemary Willie. I'm excited to have you back on the show. We've been seeing your comments, we've been seeing your interactions, and we are happy that you've been engaging. I have Devang Shukla with me as usual to explore the words of the author. Today we're talking about progress. So let's just explore. It says revising the thought and deed and the remorse for sin are the needed aspects to renovation and the innovation of life.
So I think this is very important that life is ever changing. So you are like, imagine yourself as a stream of river. Every time you hit is a new thing. So what is very important is renovation and innovation of life. Continuous improvement is the way towards going.
How does one do that where many people feel that they are limited by the things that they do not have? People feel like, oh, if I have money, or if I've gone to a better school, or if I have rich friends, or if I have influence, how do you continue, or how would you say people can renovate and innovate their life with the things they feel are limitations, or
So this is what I was going back in the page: material poverty and mental poverty. You have no limitations. The limitation is in the mindset.
Wow.
If you are with limited mindset, limited growth.
So can you say that that's a way to renovate and innovate your life? Can you say someone renovates their life?
Yes.
Okay. Are you saying that having a new mindset towards life, having a mindset shift, is also a way to introduce innovation in your life?
Yes. See, when you said renovation, how I connected is I have been doing a kind of meditation for almost like 10 years. Then suddenly I thought that there is a better way than this. The 10 years was habituated. I broke it and made new ones.
So it's never too late to start something new.
Be open-minded, be open for innovation, and remorse for sin. See, remorse for sin means acknowledge your mistakes instead of hiding it.
I did this wrong.
I did this wrong. And then is the chance to improve.
I love that. Where resistance, there must be persistence. We've talked about that.
Yes.
The sequence is consistent.
This I think you would love more. That be consistent in whatever you do.
Yeah.
Once you start a project and you drop it, you start, you drop it. What will happen to your own personal integration?
You know what? Now that we're talking about this, right? How do you decide what is right for you in terms of project or career, or because you see that you start something, right? And then there's something else, or there's some new knowledge, and you're like, should I be on this, or I should move to that? How do you, because we have so many options in life right now, how do you decide to say, let me consistently work on this? How do you keep your mind on that without thinking that you're missing out on something else?
Two factors. Know your strengths and natural beliefs. So naturally what you are good at. Second, know your limitations.
I'm tempted to say, how do you know what you're good at? But I feel like I know what you're going to say already. You're going to say introspect.
Oh, wow, very good. Introspect, of course. But what I would like to explain you through an example. Like if you invite me to give a speech, I can give speech. I know. I can do research. I can bring out bullet points. I can make a presentation. What I cannot know, should I tell you? I cannot fix a mic. I cannot fix a stage. I cannot do decoration. This knowledge that I cannot do is a very big knowledge in itself. Why? I will find a partner who can do it, who may be the best in making a stage.
So do you say that a way for you to know the things that you're good at is actually doing them,
Yes.
trying out these things?
Yes.
I'll hold on to. So August austerity towards prosperity gives good prosperity.
August means long period. For a long period, if you have austerity, means you are having a discipline for a long period of time.
I have a question. Is it that it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you apply these principles, is it guaranteed fruitfulness? Is there guaranteed fruitfulness?
So this, I think, is, you have said a very good thing. Is there a guarantee? And in our world, we are looking for guarantee.
Yes.
So in this, master gave a guarantee. He said, take 10 seeds. Let's say 10 seeds of rice or wheat or grain, any grain. He says that you sow all the 10 in the right soil, water them, do the right things. He said all 10 will grow, no exception. These are all the seeds of master, the divine seeds, in this book of synopsis. And they will all make you prosperous.
So the thing is, you have just one life, right?
Yes.
And people feel like they're running out of time. It's like this hidden pressure. I have to do this, I have to make money, I have to do. It's always anyway around money. People feel like they're running out of time. People feel like they don't have the option. The option is there, but they choose not to take the option of trying, because at the end of the day, I need one thing to work. But how do I choose what that thing is? I'm bringing it back there because I know that.
So let me give you an example, and I will ask you the same question to you now. Let's imagine there is a competition. Two people are there, you are there, I am there. And we got an axe. With the axe, we have to cut 5 trees. These 5 trees are like our wishes. If you cut, your wish is over. It may be a business opportunity. Let's say 5 trees are like 5 business opportunities. And then the thing is, we put a timer that if you are able to do, who does the fastest, means the game. And we both have started. What is the first thing you will do? Because there is a timer, you have to do in 20 minutes, let's say. If 20 minutes you can't do, you're disqualified.
If my axe is not sharp, like
This is the first thing you check, right?
Yeah.
What does it mean? Why don't you hit the tree quickly? Time is not there. Try hitting one tree. If it doesn't cut, try hitting the second. Maybe it has a small stem. Then no, it's not working. Time is also ticking. Okay, cut third. None of the tree gets cut on the way because you didn't check the axe. Axe was blunt.
So you have to work on yourself.
When we do complaining, time is this, people are this, world is this.
Those are things outside our control.
No. All are under your control.
Time,
People,
we all have 24 hours. We don't have control over that.
you have control over your time because the more peaceful you are, you will have more time.
Oh no, so I understand that you have control over your own 24 hours. I'm saying take yourself out. There's time. Whether you control your 24 hours or not, we all have 24 hours is what I was trying to say.
Like, let me tell you one example. Somebody took the time that there is a conference, and that was on a Sunday. I missed my meditation on some topics. What did I do? Since the top conference was just a formality, I was looking at the conference, but I was revising.
Let's go back to sharpening your axe, like yourself.
Yeah. You already know all the answers, which is introspection.
Okay.
Introspection is a divine word. Don't take it lightly. Introspection introduces the intrinsical element of the intuition. Intuition is a divine inspiration. I am speaking all master words. But what we do is we ignore the master words and we again say we have a problem.
Self-reliance and vigilance pave and save the path of progress.
Again,
I think it's back to sharpening your axe,
Yes.
you know. So no perfection with affection.
See, let me also explain to you what is the game. The game is you lose your awareness. Imagine I am having a big loan, but I can't control my desire to buy shoes. What will happen to me?
You keep taking more loans. You keep inquiring more.
Then when you are saying, okay, let's roam, we'll go to mall, but we'll not buy, just see. But what happens when you see? Your hand goes towards the shoe. Then what happens? The loan ticker goes up.
Yeah.
Then what he is saying is august austerity. Continuous and long period discipline will bring prosperity.
Yeah.
But if you are not having control on your emotions, desires, what will happen? It's a small loan of 50,000 only. I can give you innumerous examples. We had a very big loan at one point, and I used to roam with my wife, and we used to like many things. But we used to say to each other, since we have a loan, we are not buying. It's a small money we were talking of. But when you have discipline, you finally square off the loans.
I think this also goes back to pretension when we're saying that it is harmful, right? If you tell yourself the truth, if you catch yourself, tell yourself the truth, you would know that it's better I cut down than the big spend.
There was a girl, I will tell you, she was a merit in our chartered accountant, which is very rare. She was in a bus stop, always in the line. Sometimes people used to say, okay, come in a car, she used to say. But most of the time when you ask her, she'll say, I'm okay here. Why should I go in your car first of all? I'm happy. If it is sweating in the open, it's fine. She became a finance director at the end. I'm telling you. She has car, she has everything. But the way is, when people say, why don't you hop? We are going same way. She said, no, I can't wait. I can't request you 5 times. I am in a line. I will pay 20 rupees, which is like 200 naira. I don't want a special situation where I feel I am the owner of the car while you are the owner and you just told me to hop in. I don't want to give you 5 SMS before. I am ready. I stand in a line, I go. What is this? So she has a focus. So when your focus is not here and there, what happens? The blessing of the God comes and your capability increases multifold. She was very good in taxation and she did well in her life.
Having aspirations in plenty is not enough.
Correct.
Inspirative actions are needed in quantity and quality. I think that answered the first question I asked. Having aspirations in all of these things is not just enough.
And see the wisdom of master, he writes into the last detail. He doesn't leave any point. Quantity and quality. If you do not have quality,
I like that he said inspirative actions.
Yeah.
So it's not just enough to, want to be rich or want to be good at your education or want to. It says inspirative actions. So just don't die with daydreaming. There has to be action, whether that is in quantity.
No, inspirative actions, what I would say is enthusiastic actions.
Yeah.
I am doing the work, but I am cribbing about the boss. Why does he give me this? How it is inspirative? Think why the boss has given.
Yeah, why? Yeah. And
wow.
Work for them.
And then quantity and quality. Is the quality that he expects or it is better than what he expects?
The age of an era with its evolutionary human civilization has been going on since the savage to voyage. Civilization is the privilege to human race.
I think this is very clear and scientific that why civilizations were formed and how civilizations work to secure the society.
It is a privilege to human age. There's a lot more you can do now than
that you could have thought.
As being a sentiment on the human race has its biological and psychological quality of speciality is to be utilized in an innovative and cognate manner to surpass the pace of the evolutionary progress. Right?
So what he is saying, he is writing a lot of scientific way. It is science plus poetic. I don't know how you can make a word out of it, that maybe scientific plus poetic. So poetic or some way we have to innovate a new term. So what he's saying is that there is an evolution, the evolution from animal to human. What is the biggest evolution in us is we stand on our 2 feet. Because we could stand, the energy flow instead of going parallel to the ground, having more gravitation, you could. So this gives a unique ability for the human to think, create, explore the consciousness. So what he is saying is, for millions of years, nature has taken to come to a state of human. Why don't you give importance to it and explore the full length and width of? This is what he is saying. And be away from abusing your body and mind by taking bad substances, bad behaviors. Why don't you explore the divine form? This is why he says, who operates? The mind can become worse than an animal, and a mind can of human can become a cockroach also. And a mind of human can become Jesus Christ also. Both the capabilities there.
Okay, so let's talk about prosperity. We've talked about poverty. We've talked about progress. Let's talk about property. Material property removes poverty, but with lack of liberty, life moves mechanically. I feel like we've been talking about this.
So, you'll be very surprised. I don't know whether I can mention, but you can understand. I went to one of the houses of a millionaire, having like 100 shops of his own. But when you go into the house is built, it is having some way cockroaches, some way the washroom is not clean, some way the light is dim. There is a very, not millionaire, maybe a billionaire, spent something like, total I am saying, 70 hours per year with his wife and children. Worked all Saturdays and Sundays.
So there's no freedom, is what we spoke about. That's not good. That's not good success.
And there is a fight between him and his wife on what I'll tell you. On the bathtub that he would like to have. Because he is thinking, because of his pattern of life, the bathtub should be cheap or the cheapest way. Because he doesn't want to spend money.
A billionaire.
A billionaire. He could have delegated to his 10th level person and they could have done even a better job. But where he has spent his time and save cost. Where you will go? So where's the freedom? I'm saying freedom aspect. Are you getting?
I like that it says material property removes poverty. So it is possible for all of these material things to remove poverty, but that doesn't mean that you're rich, but with lack of liberty, life moves mechanically.
So what he is saying is, mental poverty, there is no solution.
Exactly.
You can fill your pockets with money. It doesn't mean you have become rich.
Doesn't mean you're wealthy.
And it doesn't mean you have explored your personality on all respects.
Let's talk about reform, right? Commit to the cause, limit the law, remit by reason, and befit either to reform.
So I think commit to the cause means find and dedicate to a passion towards a particular purpose or goal. Limit with the law, ethical conduct. Don't break the rules just out of thrill or excitement, or everybody is breaking, I will also break. Remit by reason means have a well-reasoned decision. Why you want to do, why you don't want to do, what are the risks, what are the opportunities.
I think mind comes into play.
Yes, mind, but mind has two aspects. One is the intellect, good, bad calculation. The other is heart. Let's go for it. So, weigh both the things. And befit either to reform means don't go with the emotional turmoil point. Be rational, well balanced, calculate properly, be ethical. This is what he is saying. And find a purpose. So what he says is whatever you do a job should be fulfilling to many people. To yourself.
Wow. The polymathy with no proficiency is of no use, albeit it gives the self-sufficiency of the apathy.
So he writes a situation like we say jack of all trades. So here polymathy means ability to understand multiple fields, but not having a grip on any of them.
What we spoke about.
So is of no use, he says. Once you know the subject, you should know well. Albeit means what is the problem of knowing many fields but not having grip on any of them? He says it creates a lack of urgency or sense.
Wow.
That like imagine I know a little bit of inflation. Now inflation I know only a little bit of, let's say, inflation of fuel. Now you have done 4 year study in economics in inflation. You know what is food inflation, you know what is economic inflation, global inflation, everything. Now we are discussing, we say, okay, I know what is fuel inflation. And you say, fuel inflation is just a grain of it. No, I know how inflation works. Because you know only a little bit of subject matter, you somehow feel
that you know it all.
That you know it all. So that's what he's saying is, it gives self-sufficiency of the apathy. You feel you know, but really you don't know, you don't know.
Wow.
So jack of all trades is not good. Develop a deep interest and try to get a grip on the subject matter.
I think it goes back to where is that? I think it goes back to motive, where it says serious thinking, curious question.
Very nice.
Okay. So we've come to the end of this episode. I personally really enjoyed this episode. I think that you should go back, take your time, listen to it, try to make it practical in your own life. We'll be here waiting for your questions, happy to answer. Please drop your comments. We see them, we read them. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.